Hello crafty friends, this is the Paper Chef here. In today's Ink It Up tutorial, I'm going to show you how to create this box. It's a very easy alternative paper pumpkin project, and you can use whatever current supplies you have and kind of make some variation of this. So in my last tutorial, which I'll just go over quickly, I talked about this paper pumpkin kit and how to use your scan and cut to extend your embellishments. I talked about in my last tutorial how to take stamped images. Oops, my bookmarks are stuck together. Okay, I talked about how to stamp images, cut out stamped images, how to create these extra embellishments from our piece that was included. I showed some alternate projects. And we created our own stencil. That's what we did in that tutorial. That was one of the many things we did. So here's the stencil we created. I showed you how to use it. I showed you how to stencil some of the clouds using the free stencils from the Paper Pumpkin Kit. I showed you how to emboss clouds. I was just throwing powder around. It was a big old mess. It was fun. So if you missed that, check that out on YouTube. And that's talking about the Paper Pumpkin Kit using with the scan and cut. All right, so now I was taking, we're just using this piece now just to help us mask. So then after that tutorial was over, I said, oh, let me see what else I can make with this kit. The kit came with 4 stencils, this month's Paper Pumpkin Kit. So I thought this one was fun. It's a nice Sun Stencil. And then I thought, well, I was trying to make a card with it. It wasn't really wide enough. And then I thought, well, I have these really cool, hi Yvonne, I have these really cool treat boxes. And they come flat. They're called Love You Always treat boxes. So then I started going for these colors that went with the kit. So first I started going with the colors. I said, oh, I'm going to use Bumblebee, right, and Pretty Peacock, and one of the former Paper Pumpkin kits. This is Box of Sunshine. That's where I got that stamp from, Sending Sunshine. So I started stamping the boxes, and I was like, okay, it wasn't doing it for me. It wasn't the right. Here I was using Pretty Peacock. I was using colors from the kit, right? So I was like, that's not doing it for me. It's not the right color for the sun. So I did a box. I started working with that box. And I had already stamped this. But then I ended up stamping the bottom of the box upside down. Because right, I was thinking that was the top of the box. It was laying flat. So I got confused. Hello, Sunshine. And I was like, oh, that looks kind of cool. I'll do the top too. And then I said, oh, I got to change. I'm going to change it up to not use the Bumblebee though. Because that's Bumblebee to me doesn't look like a color of the sun as much. So we're going to use, I'm going to leave this because I've already done this. I've already done this part. So what we're going to do is recreate this box using not Bumblebee. Bumblebee's great for sentiments, but I'm going to use more sun colors. I'm going to use Mango Melody and Daffodil Delight. And if you don't have Daffodil Delight, and you might have a retired color called Pineapple Punch, this is a great sun color as well. Pineapple Punch. But I'm going to go for these two because they're current colors. And I want you to be able to recreate what I'm doing as much as possible. So those are the 2 colors. And our Paper Pumpkin Kit comes with a sponge. And I showed you how to use that sponge to make clouds. We made some clouds. But I'm going to just tell you what I prefer to use, which is Brayers. Sponge Brayers for something like this. But of course, if you only have a sponge, use a sponge. Just use what you have. That's the motto that's my motto in crafting. Use whatever you have. So you want to start with the light color. Okay, and you want to mask off or cover this up. Okay? You want to mask off or cover this up. So, Yvonne, Deb, and Sheila, thank you for joining me. So I'm going to cover this up. See, I'm taking this extra piece of Mylar I have, right? And I'm just going to cover that up. I only want to cover the top of the box. I'll show you how to assemble the Love You Always treat boxes as well. So I'm just doing that, right? And then when I color, I'm only coloring this part. So we'll look at that. We'll use that to look at. We'll get the Daffodil Delight. Now with the Sponge Brayer, you can dip right into it. Or, you know, I have other tools called these. Hi, Susan. I have these too. These are blending brushes. I don't dip right in with these. I dip into the ink first. So if you're using one of these, dip into the ink first. But in this case, it's just a really light brayer. So I dip right into the Daffodil Delight, right? Just like that first. I mean, not first. I just dip straight in. Okay, so what we're doing is we're not using this part yet. We're not using the stencil yet. We have to do the base. Okay? I'm just taking a sip of my drink. Okay, so we're just getting the base colored. I'm doing this one-handed. I don't even need to hold on because I'm doing it so lightly. I'm holding on to my cup in my other hand. Okay, so I'm just doing that. Okay, and I will kind of hold it and make sure it's straight though. Well, let's see, just so it doesn't move. It doesn't really matter, right? Because it's even if you color the sides of the box, doesn't matter. You can color the sides of the box too. All right, so what I want to do is lay down the yellow part. You can go back and forth, one direction. I mean, it's up to you on how you want the ink to spread. But if you want it darker, you're going to go back and forth. If you want it to be sort of light, evenly coated, you're going to roll it onto your ink pad and then roll it onto there. Okay, so I'm happy with that much yellow. Daffodil Delight. Okay. So now I'm going to use the stencil, and I'm going to lay it there, and I want the sun rays. I don't want them to be cut off at the top. I want them to be like infinite. They are going to be cut off on the sides because the stencil stops, right? And that's kind of cool the way the border happened. I mean, that was like happy accidents, right? But I don't want the top to have a border on it. So I want the stencil to kind of hang over the edge, see? Like so that these are, here you go, these are kind of infinite sun rays, right? So we're going to put this down next, moving it up so that the top is hanging off, right? And now you need to tape it. This one's important to tape, especially if you're using the sponge, which makes it move a lot. So I'm going to tape it with the painter's tape. You can use washi tape. Just tape it down with something. My mask is still there underneath it, right? Now I'm just taping again. Okay, this isn't so much masking it as it is just trying to keep it from moving because I already have the mask underneath there. I mean, use paper as your mask, use whatever you have as your mask, right? We're just, oops, don't tape it down too much because that might be, yeah, I will just tape the bottom because we don't want to bend that top part. All right, so now we're going to take a different sponge brayer, but you could wash these, right? It comes with like 4 of these sponges. It comes with when you get sponge brayers from us, it comes with 2 handles and 4 sponges. But you can wash them, and I do wash them. But you know, heck, I'm a craft hoarder, so I have a lot of these inked up already. I just keep getting more because I like to do a lot of projects, so I don't like to wash them as much. But you can get them and wash them. Okay, I'm going to open the Mango Melody. This is a really cool orangey color. Let's move the sun box out. It's over there. And I'm going to roll it. Let's close this. And like I said, you could have used the punch part, pineapple punch if you have an old retired color. And heck, you could use the bumblebee if that's all you have. Use whatever you have as your background, light yellowish color. But I just like a brighter yellow. And now I'm going to go ahead and do the Mango Melody. I'm going to ink that up. So, of course, I'm always starting with the lighter colors. That one's going to have a border on that side and not that side. What I was going for is a little even border, but it's just the way I taped it down. That's going to be kind of cool, though. It's fine with me. I'll just try to stay away from the side and not make it have as much of a border. Because, like, if you ink there, it comes up with a border. Oops, I'm supposed to be using this one. Huh. That's okay. I just used my Daffodil Delight sponge. I should be using my one that's already kind of, I was like wondering why it's taking so long for the ink to go on. I'm like, I've been using this sponge. It's like, why is it not dark? So you see how the tape holds it there and keeps your stencil from flopping all over the place. Especially if you're using like a little finger dauber. That's another kind of technique to sponge with. It moves around a lot, right? So I tend to just tape my stencils down. All right, there we go. We're going to get it in there better. Get the color to go so it doesn't take forever to color this. I'm just trying to get around the edges. The fun thing is this comes out different every single time, you know. You never know what you're going to get here. The color of dark, you know, the shade, you're not sure. But I love when I get like free gifts with my paper pumpkin kits. Every March, because it's our anniversary, we get a free gift with our paper pumpkin kit. All right, I think well, before I close my ink, let's see if it's good. We're going to test it. Ooh, yeah. All right, it's good. So we're going to we can close our ink now. Yeah, one year it was like colored pencils. One year it was, look how beautiful. I'm so happy with that. So that's the box. So now we're going to now we're going to stamp our sentiments. Yeah, one year it was like colored pencils they gave us. They always give us something extra. Now the paper pumpkin kit's already great value, but they give us some extra things once in a while. Okay, now we're going to put our sentiment on there. We're going to put the hello, Nydia. Oh, and Joanne. Wow, lots of you came in. And Deborah. Deborah, nice to see you. I'm glad you told me what your alias was because I couldn't tell if that was you before. All right, what we're doing now is ridiculously awesome. We're taking, this is a great stamp set in our January to June. This will be available to June. January to June mini catalog. And you know what? It could be in our annual catalog. I don't remember where this is, but it's on my website, paperchef.stampinup.net. So we're taking the hi Kate, You Are My Sunshine. We're going to stamp right onto the Love You Always treat box. I'll show you, again, I'll show you what these boxes look like. I'm just using a giant stamp block, letter E, because this is a giant stamp. I probably could have fit on a smaller, let's see. Nope, it doesn't fit on that one. It probably fits on the other ones, but or you could use a Stamparatus for a big stamp. I'm going to ink it up. Now I typically, if I haven't used this stamp before, I would stamp onto my mat first. But I've been using the stamping, so it should be, the pores should be good. But you can test your stamp by stamping onto your mat first. Meaning, when you first time you use a stamp, never stamp straight onto your card because, you know, you have to fill in all the ink in the pores. So let's put this, now we're going to stamp straight onto the box. Hold it for 3 seconds, and hopefully I'm going to wobble slightly, only slightly. I'm going to wobble the bottom, a little bit down, and a little bit top. But don't wobble it till you get a blurry stamp. Ha! Okay, it worked. And if it doesn't work, now this is a little bit of a, what's that word? A coating. There's a little bit of a coating on there. You know, like a little bit of a shiny coating. So, you know, I get kind of scared. One moment while I grab my marker. I just had to take my microphone off to go grab a blending pen, because I want to fill in that one spot. Yeah, you're catching me live more often, Pam, because I'm coming live more often, because you know what? It actually takes, it's so long for me to upload videos. It takes like hours and hours and hours, but when you go live, they stream, and people can see them right away, and it doesn't take several hours. What I'm doing now is using a little blending brush to, you might not even see this, and I might be like an anal perfectionist, right? Might be, but what I'm doing is I'm using my blending brush, and I'm just filling in that one little gap that I missed from stamping. I could have used my marker straight on here, but I don't have it. I don't have one handy. So I'm just using, a blending brush takes any ink and turns it into a marker. Oh yeah. And it'll dry better, and you could even, and then to get rid of the ink on your blending brush, it'll dry better. You could actually hit it with pen. So if you want to set it so you don't have to worry about smearing it, because like I said, these boxes have a little bit of a shine on them, a little bit of a coating. Okay, I'm not embossing actually, I'm just heat setting this. Hi Eileen, my friend from Arizona. Okay, so I'm not heat setting it. I'm just drying it so it doesn't smear when I do the next part. Like I don't want to turn this over to do the next part, right? And have this part smear when I turn it upside down. That's the reason I dried it a little bit. So we'll sit it there as long as possible until I'm ready. And what I'm doing now is P.S. I love you, and this is what I'm going to do. The P.S. I love you, And the really cool stars in different shades of yellow. All my different, and mango. I mean, yeah, mango, Daffodil Delight. We'll just do stars in different colors. Yeah, you know why I said your name correctly, Nydia, is because I have a friend named Lydia. And I figured, oh, it rhymes with Lydia. So she and I worked together in the 90s. Wonder what she's up to now. Just thought of my friend Lydia. Her mom used to make me the best Burmese food and like take care of me like I was their own daughter and always feed me. All right, let's see. P.S. I love you. That's what we want now. We're going to put that on the side of the box. And we're just going to stamp that right on there. So I just stamp the sentiment first because you know why? Here's why. It doesn't really matter what you stamp first. You could just stamp the stars first. I'm going to go ahead and put that on stamping block H. If you stamp the sentiment first and you mess it up, then you just cover it with designer series paper. I'm going to use Memento Black ink. So I'm not even worried about these stamps not coming out right. Even this one, I just get another box if it doesn't come out right. I'm not worried about it because what you do is cover the box with designer series paper. No big deal. Okay, so make sure you get a lot of ink on this stamp because again, the box is kind of shiny. And just so I don't slip up, I'm taping the box down. It helps me not slip up when I do this stamping. And let's see if I did it right. Hold on. Because I might have the box upside down again. Wait, that's You Are My Sunshine. Hold on. See, You Are My Sunshine. Sending Love. Oh, it doesn't matter. I have it backward. Yeah. It doesn't matter. That's the back of the box. That's fine. That's fine. The other time it was the front of the box. It can't really be upside down, actually, now, because I already have my sun on the top. This time I learned my lesson. I'm making the sun first. Okay, I'm lowering the stamp down, holding it for 3 seconds, rocking it slightly. Ah! Yes, I love when my stamps work. I mean, they always work, but I love when I don't wobble them and mess them up. So now we're going to take this really cute star. This is a hand-lettered stamp set, by the way. This is hand lettering by the CEO's husband. This was $1 million. Okay, $1 million achiever. She just get to design the stamp set, one of the stamp demonstrators, and then the CEO's husband got to help her design it with the hand lettering. Isn't that cool? So what I'm doing is taking the star, and when I do the star, I'm going to use the lighter colors first. So I'll start with Daffodil Delight. Now what we're doing is this kind of effect. That's what we're doing. Daffodil Delight. And I'll just stamp onto there and make sure I got the star inked up. And we're just putting stars around here. It's just some random stars. And I can do a half star by going like this. Putting your mask down. Put your mask down. Or a piece of tape. Let's see. I'm just using a piece of Mylar. Right? So your half stars can stick out like that. See? Something like that. And you can do more half stars on the top. Let them stick out. All right, so now that I got that color, I just get my little chamois. And I'm just going to wipe that off. Oops, my stamping block fell off. That's what happens because everything's wet today. I didn't really let these dry all the way. All right, I got the ink off. So even though I start with the light color, I then move to darker colors, I still want to get the ink off between. Okay, what am I going to do? I'm going to do a couple bumblebees. Only because I stamped bumblebee on the other side and it sort of ties the project together because I had already stamped the bumblebee thing on the other side. Okay, we'll do one over there. One over there. A half one. And we still need a little bit of room. And then I'll even stamp off. Wait, it will go stamp on. Stamp off. That's a lighter color. And we'll put a mango one right there. A mango melody star. And maybe a lighter mango melody star. All right, let's get this cleaned off. I love this little chamois for teaching purposes because, oh, there's a hair in there. Because, you know, when you're trying to teach something online and you get out the stamp and scrub and that's kind of, it's kind of bulky to get out, and especially because, you know, my camera, it's kind of bulky. I want to stamp one right there, but I don't want it to be so dark. So what I'm doing is stamping off and then stamping sort of on. Okay, that way I'm not taking away from the color. And we'll do another one of those right in there, another light one. And what happened there? There's a little bit of blue got stuck in there. Blender pen. The blender pen is almost like an eraser. You can, and it helps you fix up things. I don't know what kind of magic fluid is in there. I think it says it in the catalog what kind of magic fluid is in the blender pens. Hi Betty from Canada. You joined in on time because I'm going to assemble the box now. I'm going to assemble the Love You Always treat boxes. These are in our January to June mini catalog. So we did the P.S. I Love You. We did the You Are My Sunshine. We did Sending Sunshine, which I got stuff on it on the side. I'll have to put a couple stars there. See, notice what happened? I just got my grubby fingers, so we'll put a couple stars there. We'll put some, let's tape that down so it doesn't move. Oh yeah. I'm just putting bumblebee stars on this side because bumblebee is the color I used on that side. And I covered up any, the part I smeared. No big deal. I guess it's time to change to use a baby wipe just before I assemble the box so I don't get yellow stuff all over the box. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to assemble the Love You Always treat boxes. And we'll put a couple little butterflies on the side from my bucket of crafty goodness. That's what I did after I showed my team this box at our last meeting. I went ahead and added some butterflies, see? Just added a couple butterflies to the end of the box. So we'll go ahead and do that after we assemble. I would do it before I assemble, but then I don't want to attach them upside down. So we need this part of the box. Okay? And when you order the Love You Always treat boxes, they come flat. They ship flat like this. Love You Always treat boxes are food safe, and it says you get how many? 10 in a container. So these are just like one of the best things. I hope they carry over, but if they don't carry over to the new catalog, we're going to find out very soon when our sale comes about. We're going to have an end of the year. Yep, there's roosters. So yeah, I'm in Nydia. I got roosters. I'm in Guam. So I have roosters. They're waiting out there for me to give them some of my food. They heard me talking. They're my pets. They heard me talking, and they're like, I give them like food, tortilla chips, crackers. Heck, I even go to the feed store and get them chicken feed. They're not even mine. I mean, I say they're mine. Like, they're my neighborhood ones. But they have come to hear my voice, and you're going to hear roosters in the background sometimes. And I'm drinking coffee because it's that time of day. All right, so so you see how I did that? There. See how I did that? So I just folded along all the score lines, and now I'm going like this. Now I'm folding in the sides of the box like this. Okay, and this part is going out, this part's going out, and actually this part's going to be going out too. All these little flaps are going like sort of opposite way because they're going to be flat. And you'll see in a minute when I assemble it. So I'm going in like that. See how that lays flat at the bottom? Going in on the sides like that. Going in on the side like that. Okay, and then I'm going down, and you hear this little click noise. Listen. Click. It kind of clicks in. Is that awesome or what? So that's the bottom of the box. We've already made the top of the box. Now I can put the little butterflies on there. If I would have done it while it was flat, I'd be all kinds of like, confused. I'd be like, did I put the butterfly on upside down? Did I do this upside down? So anyway, I have a bucket of crafty goodness. We have this butterfly brilliance. Butterfly wings, beautiful wings dies. So I'm going to use some, it's called Brilliant Wings, not Beautiful Wings dies. They are beautiful. It's called Brilliant Wings dies. Brilliant Wings dies. So I cut this out with some in color paper, The Mango Melody is from the Brights collection. We sell these little in color papers, and they give a little texture to your projects. So instead of cutting it out straight on Mango Melody cardstock, I cut it out on the Mango Melody Designer Series paper pack. And then I get the texture of the butterfly. So I'm going to put that on the side of the box because I like that better than the one that I put on earlier. That's also from the Brilliant Wings dies. But I like this one because that one is like has a lot of detail to it. And we'll do something else, Mango or Bumblebee on the other side. We're going to find one that matches. Now this would be too big, obviously, right? We need to find a little one. The gold one would be cute. Here's one that's, this is in So Saffron. We haven't used that color yet. Or no, this might be Bumblebee. No, I think that's So Saffron from the subtle. Well, here, we can do one. This is Mango. Nope, that's Bumblebee. But that'll work on the other side. And so will the gold and, yeah. And so will these little guys. I cut these out with the Scan and Cut. This might work out better. See if we have one. So I did a tutorial on how to cut these out with the Scan and Cut. The antenna of that one's a little messed up. Recently. And it was how to cut out pattern paper. Unfortunately, this Butterfly Bijou paper is no longer available anymore. It's already sold out. It was while supplies lasted, so that's sad. But a lot of my customers listened to me and they got it right away, and they were like, all right, that's gonna have to do. I'm not gonna fix it. Okay, there you go. They got it right away before it sold out, so I'm happy about that. We're gonna glue that one onto that side. And now, soon we're going to find out what new butterfly paper is going to come out with the butterfly. Because the Butterfly Brilliance, or Butterfly Bijou, was part of a Butterfly Brilliance collection. Now, the butterfly stamps and dies are still going to be available. So there's going to be, I'm sure, new amazing butterfly paper that comes out in the new catalog. I'm sure. All right, so that's that. And now you're going to take the lid and just slide it over. You're going to pop it open, right? Pop it open. Make sure you don't have anything on your hands. And you're going to slide it in. And then I'm going to show you what's inside it. And that's how I wrap up my tutorial. Hi, Carolyn. You got here right in time to see what goodies are in this box. Yeah, Kate. I know, Kate. It's sad that this paper's gone. But my peeps listen to me. I mean, my team members especially listen to me. But my peeps online, my customers, when I get on and say, this is a special paper while supplies last. I mean, I did actually have a lot of people get that paper. You know, that was really cool paper. So that's what the box looks like. That's our project. It's very easy to make. I hope you go and make some of these. And now I'm going to show you what's inside it. You just want to send someone some sunshine. Just try to find little treats that kind of, try to find little treats that match, right? Yeah, Yvonne, I'm glad you got a couple more. I'll be sharing mine. I did get a lot more, but then I got it to share. I got butterfly paper to share because I'm going to probably add it to my, I just tried to put gold things in here and yellow things and orange things. Mini Mentos lemon, Werther's coffee, a gold coin I had left over from St. Patrick's Day. A caramel Ghirardelli, Burt's Bees lip balm, and an orange mini Tic Tacs. Oh, lemon drops would be good. You could put lemon drops in there. Just find things that are orange and yellow. In fact, when you're going to make boxes of sunshine, start looking for things now that are orange and yellow. Right? And then you'll have things that are orange and yellow for when you're ready to make your sunshine boxes. You can make them so many different ways, but when you start thinking about things like that, you can buy Burt's Bees in the 5-packs or 3-packs, right? So you can start thinking about, oh, what am I going to get that I can put inside it, right? And then you don't even need a ribbon. I think you don't even need a ribbon because it's just, what's nice about this kind of box is it's a reusable box. If these are going to retire, I don't know what's going to happen. I'm getting the retiring list soon. I'm going to be like stocking up like there's no tomorrow on these. I like these even more than the butterfly paper. I mean, that's how much I love these boxes because I love simple, easy to assemble boxes. Okay, so that was, just so you know, because I didn't make the supply list yet. Okay, Yeah, lemon drops old school candy, right? Some of us know about old school candy. So I use the Love You Always treat boxes. That's what these are. I use the Butterfly Brilliant Wings dies. That's what these are. I use the Ridiculously Awesome stamp set. That's what this is. So those are 3 items you can just buy right out of our catalog right now. No subscription needed. You just buy them if you want them. Love You Always treat boxes, Ridiculously Awesome stamp set, and the Brilliant Wings dies and all that stuff. But if you want to get the paper pumpkin kits, this stencil is like only something you would have got. And I should have mentioned this in my video before. I'm trying to share this with my current paper pumpkin customers. You guys already have this, but then I had a new subscriber, and I think that they thought they were getting this. Well, I probably will send them the stencils now because I can put those in the mail, no problem. I have an extra kit, but this stencil only came in last month's kit, not last month's, this month's kit. So this stencil is part of the. If you're a paper pumpkin subscriber now, then if you're a current subscriber, you would have got this. You would have got this stencil, if that makes sense. But if you're a new subscriber, like someone's a new subscriber of mine, they're not getting the March kit. They're getting the April kit. And the April kit's called Cool Treats, and it's really going to be awesome. It coordinates with the Ice Cream Corner Suite. You never know what you're going to get. So if I'm showing you a paper pumpkin kit online, you're not getting this kit. But as a subscriber, you can get refills of this kit, but you're not getting that kit. Okay, so lastly, so you have the stencil, hopefully, and if not, just use something you have. You can learn stenciling techniques the same way. And then this was where I got the little Sending Sunshine, was from an old paper pumpkin kit called Box of Sunshine. So if you have that, you already can use that sentiment for the top. You could put Sending Sunshine, because look at this, the same font, almost. Well, I mean, almost, maybe it is the same exact font. It looks like the same font. How cool is that? Okay, it looks like very similar, hand lettering font. It looks similar. Anyway, you could put this sentiment on top of your box if you have this old kit and you're a paper pumpkin subscriber. So use what you have. That's my point. I used a lot of different products to make this, and you can make some kind of variation of this. Stamp your mini pizza boxes, your mini paper pumpkin boxes, or what have you. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Thank you all for coming on and joining me. Shubhangi, did I say that right? Thank you for your comment, and I hope to see you again soon. I plan on showing you the different projects I created using this paper pumpkin kit, the alternative projects, and some more stenciling in my next video, because I haven't even played with the mountains stencil yet. I've only played with the clouds and the sun, and there are 2 more stencils. There was mountains and stars. So I'm thinking night scene. That's what I'm thinking. Starry night. So we'll see. I'm gonna try that. And we'll probably have that for the next video, showing alternative projects to use with the paper pumpkin kit. So I hope you enjoyed this, and I will see you next time. Thank you all for coming. Bye-bye. This is the Papered Chef.